to your Monday, October 21st, StockPulse.com commodity brief. Today's brief sponsored by Nighthawk Gold. Nighthawk is actively exploring their 100% owned district-scale Indian Lake gold property, an untapped Archean gold camp with numerous deposits and showings centered around their multi-million-ounce Kolomak gold project. They've been focused on expanding the high-grade mineralization at Kolomak and moving the project towards a resource update in 2020. The number of high-priority satellite targets hosted within large mineralized systems, Nighthawk Gold is developing Canada's next gold camp. Okay, some news of interest today in the equities market. We've got Lithoquest Diamonds, that's LDI, on the Venture Exchange, as they discover two new kimberlites on the North Kimberley Diamond Project in Western Australia. I caught up with the CEO, Bruce Counts, and he ran through the highlights of the news today.
Right. So I think the first thing to understand is that kimberlite, which is the rock that diamonds are most commonly found in, is a small volcano, and it brings the diamonds up to surface. And what's really important to understand is that these kimberlite volcanoes almost always occur in fields or clusters. So when we went into the North Kimberley project, we were pretty confident that there was a field or a cluster of these kimberlites on the property that were diamond bearing. It had never been discovered before. So that was really the whole premise for forming the company and going into the project. So this year we went in with a drill program to see if we can find some kimberlites. Well, we found our first kimberlite in 2018, but one kimberlite doesn't make a field, obviously. So going in this year, now we've discovered two more kimberlites. So that whole premise that we've got a field of kimberlites is very, obviously we're pretty confident that we're correct there. And I think the other important part is that we've recovered diamonds on surface in the project in the same vicinity as these kimberlites in two locations. So we're seeing diamonds around. We've got kimberlite rocks. We've made these discoveries. So we're that much more confident that we are into a diamond-bearing kimberlite field. Now, obviously, we need to prove that the kimberlites we've discovered have diamonds in them, and the rocks that we've recovered will go in for processing to find out that answer. But this, in terms of exploration for kimberlites and for diamonds, we couldn't have asked for a better result. This is, we're making those discoveries. We're proving that there is a field that's not been discovered by previous explorers, and I can underscore that by saying that the kimberlite that we found last year, we actually had dated, and it's 600 million years younger than any other kimberlite that's anywhere near this vicinity. So we know, again, we're in this different field. And there's diamonds, as I said, all over the surface here. So you have to think, okay, well, there's got to be some source for those diamonds that people haven't found. And we believe we're finding them now. So that's really the exciting meat of that news.
Appreciate that update on the news, Bruce. Before I let you go here, been a rough go for the diamond sector. What's your outlook here moving forward? You think the worst of the times are behind us here?
Diamonds has been a very tough space for the last several years. Diamond prices are pretty weak, and that's translated into the market. But I'm suggesting people look at this as a bit of a contrarian view. Diamonds have been so beaten up in the market that this is now, I think, a good time to be looking at diamond stocks because their prices are at their lowest. And the fundamentals that underlies the sort of supply and demand are very good going forward. There's a real production cliff coming up in the next sort of 5 to 10 years where we're going to lose a lot of production. The older mines are exhausted. They'll be being shut down. A good example of that is the Argyle diamond mine, which at one point in its life was producing 40% of the world's diamonds by volume, by carat volume. So, that mine is shutting down in 2020. So you start taking away these mines, and there's really not a lot to replace them. That means diamond prices are going up, or at least that's certainly the speculation, is that diamond prices will have to rebound and go up as these mines come offline. So, the explorers that are finding things today will be in production in, say, 5 to 10 years. I think these are great times to be out there exploring. And as an investor, if you're taking a contrarian view, now is the time to be buying these and putting them away, because in a year or two, we could see prices rebound significantly. And that's the opportunity in diamonds, in my view.
Another good piece of news. I saw Fission 3.0 had some good drill results here from their new trigger zone at Beaver River. I couldn't locate the COO Ross McElroy. I'll try to do that and get some more information on the news, but overall some pretty good numbers. We'll look forward to hearing those. The one from last week, Amex Exploration had a sizable financing, an $8 million bought deal, private placement, including a nice sizable strategic investment by Eric Sprott. Highlights are 4.44 million flow-through units at $1.80. That's a 63% premium from the October 15th closing price. So Eric Sprott will now own 14.2% of Amex on a non-diluted basis. I've got a call into Kelly Malcolm, the VPX, see if I can't get him on the program and run through what they're going to do with the proceeds. One from somewhat recent, Arizona Silver, AZS on the venture. They had their first 2 holes from Philadelphia. Caught up with the CEO, Mike Stark, and he ran through the highlights of this one.
Yeah, we're very excited about this holes. The second 2 holes, by the way, that we've just put into the Philadelphia property. This is a 100-foot step out into, again, a blind, overcovered, alluvial barren soil in which we had to find the vein. And very thankfully, Greg has hit it again. On both cases, we've hit it. The core looks extremely attractive to us. We have it off to the lab, and we're expecting results very, very soon. Previous results contained up to half an ounce gold and 90 grams silver, and that was for an interval over 10 feet thick. There is a low-grade halo around that, which is also very encouraging, giving us an average grade of 8.62 grams over the 10-foot interval. If we can come back in these type of, literally in these type of categories for these next 2 holes, I think we're off to a very good start to find ourselves a very high-grade vein in a proven opening district where over 2.2 million ounces has come out of this area.
And the last one I saw here from a week or so back, Strikepoint Gold, SKP on the venture. They're 100% owned Willoughby project, some good gold and silver intersects. Caught up with the CEO, Shawn, and he ran me through his thoughts on the news and how it positions Strikepoint.
Essentially, what we've done today is we've intersected 100-gram gold and 350 grams silver over a meter, and that's from a 100-meter step out. And this is at the north zone of the Willoughby property in the Golden Triangle. And what's exciting about this is, we embarked on our Strikepoint's main drill program this summer. This property has not been drilled for 25 years, so there's some robust high-grade historical hits in the past. Results like 20 meters at 25-gram gold and 184 grams silver. And there's some very, very high-grade gold mineralization throughout the property. But what's exciting about today's news is this is a significant step out, and it just shows the large footprint, the robust nature, and the potential of the project. Now, additionally, we've got another 6 holes coming. So we've got another 6 holes coming, and we've also got results pending from 100 surface assays and 50 channels.
And that's it for today's Commodity Brief. Please subscribe to the channel and follow us on our social media. If you have any suggestions for the show, info@stockpulse.com. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and delivering more equity news.